So Giannis signed a max contract extension with the Milwaukee Bucks. I know this isn't very new news, but there is a grander big scope of things that we need to talk about. But first of all, I have very mixed feelings about this. I love the ideas of stars linking up. Just as an NBA fan, I think it's so much fun because Brooklyn before, I know they were a playoff team, I know they were good. I didn't watch any Brooklyn games before. Do you think I miss a single Brooklyn game now that KD and Kyrie are on the same team? No, I watch every single game. It's awesome for videos, it's super fun. But I know him being in Milwaukee is good for the league because the more balanced the league can be, the more teams have a chance. It wasn't fun watching the Cavs and the Warriors duel it out every year. It was fun when more people started teaming up and trying to beat them, but you know. So before we can really dive in on why Giannis made this decision, we really need to know more about Giannis. So if we don't know his past, or if you don't know about his past, he was born in Greece and he was so poor. He got free breakfasts every single morning in Greece. He stayed at the cheapest places possible and then couldn't afford rent. And when he got drafted and flown into the States, he was blown away when they greeted him off the plane with $1,000. And he was like, what am I gonna do with $1,000? That's insane. And there's a story, I really hope it's true. He confirmed it, but I don't know if it's just like hearsay. But as soon as he got his first game check, he sent it back to his family in Greece because he knew they needed it. But he ended up sending too much or all of it back, so he didn't have any money to pay for a cab. And so he was walking like 8 miles to the game until a taxi driver was like, hey, are you the new rookie? And he was like, yes. And so he drove him to the game. But I just think it's an awesome story about where he came from and now being blown away with $1,000, not having any money. Giannis just signed a $228 million contract. So that is generational wealth. That's gonna change his entire family's fortune in years and years and generations to come. So learning more about his story, because I did not know about it before, it just warms my heart and makes me like him so much more. Very quickly, if you guys enjoy daily NBA content, make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe. It really helps out a lot, especially as a young channel trying to grow. And look, you know I'm rocking my Giannis jersey right now. I had to pull it out for the video, but anyways, yeah, it really helps out a lot. Thank you guys so much. Back to it. And I have to speculate how much of this move was because of who Giannis is as a person versus a basketball move. Because what we do know about Giannis is he is very loyal. He said he loves Wisconsin, but not for reasons you'd think. He loves how low-key it is. We know Kawhi hated Toronto and he wanted to be in LA or some like Miami, but Giannis isn't like that. He loves the low key of Wisconsin. He said when he's eating out, people leave him alone. They just let him do his thing, which I kind of have a hard time believing. It doesn't matter if I'm in Wisconsin or like in a small town. Like if I see Giannis, I'm freaking out. I'm gonna ask for a picture because that's once in a lifetime. Unless he sees the same people all the time, then I get it. But he said he doesn't want to go team up with superstars, but he's very open for them to come to him. But I'm thinking, who's gonna team up with him? He's not in LA, Giannis. You're not in Miami. You're not in New York City. And even like a cold state that's like a stretch is like Philadelphia, you might be able to get someone to go there. But also the free agents that were gonna be in 2021 are mainly all sealed up. They've extended their contracts, or they're just not a championship caliber player that we're gonna really follow on this channel. Kawhi is the only one left, and so we're gonna see where Kawhi is gonna go, but I guarantee you it's not gonna be Milwaukee for the same exact reasons he hated Toronto so much. But looking at this from a basketball perspective, this Milwaukee team just seems so boring to me. It seems like they're gonna win a lot of regular season games. It seems like they might do good in the playoffs and maybe win the East, but never be good enough to beat the teams in the West, like the Lakers, the Clippers, the Mavericks eventually, the Nuggets. I just don't see it. I just see this not being a good basketball move for Giannis, and I think he's taking his loyalty and his pride and just loving the low-keyness of Wisconsin too seriously, because he needs to swallow his pride. He needs to team up with superstars, because if he doesn't, he's not gonna win because everyone else is doing it, and he just needs to keep up with the trends. So I know this can't happen anymore, but here's some potential places I would have loved Giannis to sign. And this is not a Harden situation, because the teams right now are trying to trade for Harden. They're gonna have to completely trade, like clean house to get space for Harden. But they really wouldn't have to do that. They'd just be able to sign Giannis. They'd probably have to sign him to the max, or if he took a small pay cut, but they'd be able to keep a lot of their core. One of these teams is the Boston Celtics. They're so young. They do have a lot of assets, but if they were able to keep Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and Giannis on that team, that's gonna be a super good defensive team. I think it's gonna be way better than what he had in Milwaukee, way more potential. And the same goes with the Heat. I mean, I love what the Heat had. They made the NBA Finals last year. They have an amazing coach. They have a got it out the mud mentality with like Jay Crowder, Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Iguodala. They all kind of have that in them, and Giannis would fit perfect in that. Another one is the Raptors, sticking in the East. But I think they're very well coached. Siakam and Lowry and Giannis on the same team together, I think that'd be super dangerous. I think he could be like another player like Kawhi and just be in a well-run organization and really carry them to the finals. And it kind of wants me want to choke on a bullet with saying this, but the Warriors, I would love to see Giannis on the Warriors. I know we just experienced that whole dynasty with KD there and it not being fun, but even if you would hate it so much, you're telling me if Curry, Clay, Draymond, and Giannis were on the same team, you wouldn't watch every single game? That would literally be so much fun. I really don't think it would be super competitive anymore because I think they could win the championship if they stayed healthy every single year. So I'm kind of glad this one didn't happen, but I have a few friends that were Warriors fans and they were sending me all this Warriors talk with Giannis and I'll try and find one, but it just made me sick. But I also kind of thought about it. I was like, I would watch every single game. That'd be so awesome. But the more I look into Giannis' story, the more I just love him. I actually have more problems with him on the court than I do off the court now. He's just such a likable person. I think he's a back-to-back MVP, just won Defensive Player of the Year. He's an insane talent. I would have loved to see him go somewhere else or team up because really, LeBron James couldn't get anyone to come to Cleveland. But I had to cop the Giannis. Can you tell it's a Giannis jersey? Big ass last name on the back. But yeah, I'm super happy for him. Comment down below where you would like Giannis to have gone. If you think this is better for the league, if you think he should have gone. I just personally would have liked him see him somewhere else or be in a place where he could team up with a superstar or just, I don't know, anything. I would just love to see Giannis win a ring eventually, but I just don't think that's gonna happen short term in Milwaukee. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to comment and subscribe, and thank you so much. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.